Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. It's David Hodge. Welcome. Today's topic is the abomination of desolation, which Satan, false Israel, is causing. Brothers and sisters, take a look at what Satan is causing. This is the works of Satan. It says, know a tree by the fruit it bears. Know them by their works. It says actions speaks louder than words. And this is what they are doing to the Palestinian people. This is what so-called people of God, so-called angels, are doing to the Palestinian people, women and children, families, starving them, dehydrating them, blowing up their infrastructures, their schools, their homes. This is clearly the works of Satan. So why is no one identifying and speaking about this in a biblical aspect, besides the one exposing this event, the messenger of the covenant, Suleiman, and those witnessing it, witnessing what he is speaking about? Because they can't tell you that this is the abomination of desolation, because that would go against everything that they believe in. That will go against this whole reality and how it's formed, the structure of this reality, which is set around the idea that false Israel is the true seed of Abraham. So they're supposed to be God's chosen people. They're supposed to be good people. And they're doing the acts of Satan. They're doing the works of Satan, which means that they would be abomination, causing desolation on the people of Gaza, which means that would completely flip the scenario. That would completely change the information, that your perception on what you believe, which is giving you the information that false Israel aren't who they claim to be. They're Satan. They're not the true seed of Abraham, which is against their reality, which would interfere with your programming. They don't want you to have the information. They want you to have the bad information, that false Israel is the true seed of Abraham. That way you believe that you're wicked, you're sinful, you're nothing, you're this, you're that, so they can continue doing what they're doing to you and eventually plot to take you out, take you out of existence. You see? So the way you look at the Bible will change, you see, which is what they use, the sealed version, which is what they use to enslave and afflict you with. This would completely shatter that. You understand? And if they tell you what this is, then that would give you the information needed now to know that they're not who they claim to be. That you are in fact God's chosen people. That they're doing the works of Satan. That they're going to be destroyed. That God's coming back for you. Do you understand? They can't allow you to get this mind. They can't allow you to get this information, because that means that they will be allowing you to get your mind back, which is their destruction. So their job is to keep you misinformed. Their job is to feed you the bad information. Their job is to keep you from thinking, keep your level of thinking low, keep you with Christianity, keep you from finding out the truth, brothers and sisters, to keep you within their programming. You see? So they can't give you this information, because giving you this information would be giving you your right mind, giving you a different aspect and perception of the Bible, which means that they're the ones that's against God. They're the ones making war against God. That God's not coming back for them. That God coming back for us. That, you see? that we're the ones. And they don't want you to know who you are. They don't want you to know that they're planning your attack. That this is the greatest sign of human history, that they're about to plan your attack. Because the reason why they established false Israel was to counter your claim. So now this will be the sign that they're about to attack us, brothers and sisters. Because the reason why they established false Israel was so you wouldn't find out who you were. So what they set up is about to be destroyed, which they can't allow that to happen. You understand? And what they set up, that's not supposed to happen anyway, because that'd be abomination. They're not supposed to be uprooted or removed. When God's placed his people in their land, they're not to be uprooted or removed. That's another sign that they're not who they claim to be. You understand? So now that means that you one who has second claim. So they know that they can't allow this information to be spread. They can't allow this you to receive this information. You see? And they can't allow false Israel to be destroyed, because then that means that you will receive the information. You understand? So they're planning your attack before you receive it, which is going to work in our favor, because we're going to get this information. Our people they're going to get this information, which is going to cause us to unite. Exactly what they try to prevent. It's going to cause you to get the information that the Son of Man, Suleiman, has been providing for 30 plus years. This information that you need to be successful, to get the hell out of this reality, brothers and sisters. They don't want you to have it, but you're going to get it. And they're going to be, it's like whatever they try to do, everything's backfiring. So all their plots and plans to stop you from getting the information you need to be successful, the information we need to save our people, everything's going to be exposed, brothers and sisters. Everything's going to be exposed. You see? Because the NGO is the highest pressure. And this reality is low pressure. So high pressure eliminates low pressure. So all these things, no matter what they do, their reality is coming to an end. And they don't want your reality to come in, because your reality coming in is their destruction. So that's why they're going to gun for you, because they're guilty of all charges. Everything that they did to you, they're guilty of it. You see? Because if false Israel don't get saved, which is what they thought, that's their plan. You see? That's what they thought. This is clear evidence that they're going to be destroyed. It said the ones that's causing abomination, the ones that's abomination, the ones that's abominable, which is false Israel, causing desolation. It says when you see this, when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, it said know that their destruction is near. What's the capital of Jerusalem? It's false Israel. So when you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, which they're causing this scenario, it says their destruction is near. You see? And that's not supposed to happen. They can't let that happen. You see? So it says, therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation, which was spoken of through Daniel, the prophet, which is Suleiman, the messenger of the covenant, standing in the holy place, which is Jerusalem, said, let the reader understand that this is the greatest sign in human history, that our people are about to be under attack. This is the greatest sign in human history, that we're about to, that your life about to change forever. We're about to go into the time of unprecedented trouble, a time of intense darkness. You see? But we're about to unite. We're about to get our mind back. You see? Which they don't want you to have. But we're going to get it. We're going to get it anyway, brothers and sisters. Due to this event. It's going to be unprecedented. A time like no other, and never will there be, worse than our own experience. If you check our videos, brothers and sisters, we have our experience, the Holocaust, which was so-called slavery, but it's worse than that. It was torture, torment, misery, oppression, completely dehumanized, past imaginable, burnt alive, fed our children to gators. The list goes on. You understand? So this will be the sign, brothers and sisters. You see? False Israel, showing exactly who they are. Satan. They're an abomination who are causing desolation on the people of Gaza. The uprising of the Palestinians is being suppressed by false Israel with abominable cruelty. This abominable act of cruelty and destruction is causing moral revulsion and hatred towards false Israel, causing the hatred to skyrocket and continue to increase in anti-Semitism towards Israel, towards towards the Jewish community, towards Jews in general. You see? So false Israel is setting up their own destruction, which all their actions will soon backfire. So brothers and sisters, you're going to receive the information needed to be successful. You're going to receive the truth, which is said the truth shall set you free. And the truth is the unsealed scriptures. The truth is the Injil. The 5 mathematical pillars of Islam. Your nature, your protection. Us uniting and getting this information is what you need to be successful. The extermination of the demons, half devil, half man, master's children, being exposed and disposed from among us, will be the key to our full unity. Us uniting, because they're in the way. We're about to come together, and they're gonna be separated from us, which is a dilemma of our unity, which the devils knew, which they plotted and planned against us. But that's about to be exterminated. That plan is about to be exterminated. You see? They're about to be exposed and removed from among us, and we're about to unite. We're about to come together as one. Get your mind, the Injil. Get your protection. Get your nature. Since you're acting other than yourself, you get your nature back. Get your operation system. Get your right mind. Get you moving in the right direction. Get our people moving in the right direction. Tell them what's going on. You see? Working together. In harmony. You see? That's where we headed, brothers and sisters. Telling our people that you'll be a fool to stay here in the land of your imprisonment. Here in America where they raped, murdered your ancestors. You'll be a fool to take blood money for the rape of your grandmother, your grandfather, your mother, your father, your sister, your family, brothers and sisters. It says vengeance is ours. Wrath, payback. See? It says do unto them as was done to you. And what did they do? They imposed their mind on you. They imposed their reality on you. Now, we about to flip it. We about to get our right minds back. We about to bring in our reality. We're going to bring in our reality on them. Force our reality in on them. Now they're going to have to accept and adjust to our reality, which is against them. That's why they don't want yours to come in. That's why they want you to have this information, because it's totally against them. It's tailored to their destruction. It's like their reality is 100% against us. So is ours. And it says, do unto them as was done to you. And now, that's where we headed. That's the will of Allah. Now, the mission is to get your mind back. Get your nature back. Do that, what they've done to you, to them. Which means you have to have your mind back to do that. You have to be in your right nature to do that. Amen. And you put that on them. That same pressure they put on us, we putting on them. You see? The difference between them and us, we come out of it. They won't. You see? So brothers and sisters, this is the abomination of desolation, which is clear. And your enemies will not speak about this. America, Britain, the House aside, none of them. They won't speak about this. You see? Farrakhan, because he's the son of the devil. These are the people who, Satan, those are his people. His father's a Portuguese Jew. Percival Clark. He's one of them. He works for them. He works for he's an informant, FBI informant. He works for America. He works for America's tied with Britain. He works for the House of Side. See? He's telling you to pray with your enemies, telling you to do this with your enemies. You see? And the House of Side is what's fueling this whole reality, helping fuel this destruction. He works for all of them. He works for false Israel because that's his devil daddy. That's his forefathers. He can't speak against him. And they've already proven their point by blowing his insides up, disemboweling him, which is a visible flame for eyes to see that he's a hypocrite. That he's a liar and a thief. So when a man robbed God and his nation, that's exactly what he's done. Ishmael's the hypocrite because you have to be of your own kind to be so. So he's not one of us. Farrakhan's not one of us. So he's doing what demons do. But Ishmael, that's a hypocrite. You see? Your own people. Destroy your own people. Turn against your own people. Sell your own people out. Lying. Sitting up there lying to your people. You see? Saying you can't lie, but you're lying. You see? Which they'll be dealt with. Liars and thieves and hypocrites and all the people, time makers and people in the way. You see? They all going to be dealt with, brothers and sisters. So the point I was making was, your enemies, which you have a lot of them, brothers and sisters, which you're going to find out about all of them. Because if you cannot identify your enemies, then you are indeed your own enemy. But this is the abomination of desolation, which has been occurring for close to a year, brothers and sisters. And they don't want you to know, because that means that they are the people who have made war with God. And desolation is their judgment. And they're under judgment, brothers and sisters. And if you have their mind, then they want you to reap their consequences due to having their mind. Because that's what it's about. Getting your mind. Getting to the next reality. That's the hereafter. After this. After America. America's going to be destroyed. Said never to be a nation again. It's going to be nuked. Invaded. All these things. Everything you see happening over here is coming here. You see? And that's another story, brothers and sisters. The fact is, they want you to suffer the same consequence as them. Their time is up. It said that the devil, master, will reach out from his grave and take you with him. It said when the envious become envious, meaning he's seen that the person who he hated the most, you, brothers and sisters, he's seen you, who he hated the most, go off to go make paradise, who he trying to annihilate and kill and destroy, who gave him everything he has and directed him and guided him and gave him this reality to rule. You see, gave him breath of life, bit the hand that fed him, and they were told not to touch us or they surely die. They did it anyway. You see? So now they're guilty of all charges and they're trying to stop anybody guilty. They had one final chance to get rid of all the evidence. They're coming for you. You the evidence of their crimes. You the evidence of all their dirty, evil deeds. So they're gonna kind of wipe you away. Even though that don't stop consequence. That's not, no one's exempt from consequence. They just come in another form. But that don't stop criminals from trying to hide their evidence to get away with that part. But they don't understand. See, none of them understood. None of them was good. None of them. You can't escape consequences. Just come another form on them. But that's not going to stop. You get it? That's not going to stop them from doing what they're trying to do, which is annihilate you. Stop you from rising. Stop your reality from coming in, which is their destruction. They want to be. They're trying to bring in their reality, which is totally against ours. You see? Totally against you. Our people about to wake up here soon, brothers and sisters. And their plan's about to backfire. That's exactly what happened in 2020. Everything backfired. Everything they sent out, the plague, all that, the COVID-19 backfired on them. And they said all things will fail. Everything. Said they inherit what they say they do. And now, look what's about to happen to false Israel. They're causing their own destruction. They're setting up their own destruction, which is going to change the world forever, which is going to shock the world forever. You see? It's going to end with a gratifying, well-deserving destruction of false Israel, Satan, which is near, brothers and sisters, which will have a mind-blowing effect and rock the entire planet. The shock of the hour, which is going to change your life forever. And during this time, it says, flee. Get away from these devils. That's what the whole point of the sign. Get away from these devils. Get out of their neighborhoods, their communities. Get out of the suburbs. Get away from them, because they're about to destroy you. Once they find out, once they get the alert, that national security alert, that you are a threat to their life and their well-being, that you are a threat and you're an existential threat to their well-being, they're going to choose their life over yours immediately. And once they're told to kill you, they're not going to hesitate. And that's why it says flee, 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 flee. When you see this, when you see the abomination, desolation, it says flee. When you see Jerusalem surrounded by armies, meaning about to be destroyed, it says flee. You see? Because they're about to kill you, brothers and sisters. It says flee, flee, flee. And it says don't hesitate. Don't even go back to get your baby. Which means that's a state of panic, urgency. That's how serious this message is. This message is the most important message of your life. And you have people in the way, people blocking the message, demons, pastors, and preachers blocking the message, telling you masses vision, which is the American dream, having you stay here in America, which is about to be destroyed, which anything that you invest in America is about to be destroyed. So that means you'll be destroyed in the process, brothers and sisters. If you had the right mind, you'll see clearly what's taking place, and you would want to get your mind. You want to help your people. You would want to tell your people, hey, America's about to be destroyed. And you need this information to be successful. You need this protection to be successful. You need these things to be successful. We're getting the hell out of here. We got a reward. We're going home. We're getting out of here. So you'd be a fool to stay in the land of your imprisonment. You see? Only a demon will tell you to stay here, because he can't go where we're going. You see? Because this is his heaven. This is his reality. See? Why Farrakhan don't speak about the covenant? Because it's not. It don't pertain to him. It doesn't relate to him. This is his heaven. America, American dream, torture and torment on us, making our reality a hell while we build their heaven, which will be non-stop, brothers and sisters, ongoing, never to end, relentlessly. You see? So I said, you'd be a fool to stay here. Complete separation is the mission, brothers and sisters. But you will soon get the right information and the clean water you deserve. So with that being said, brothers and sisters, I'm going to bring this to a close. If you have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out. With that being said, I'm going to close it. Thank you for listening to me. Assalamu alaikum.